Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fact Lead Digest, which is a series of lives that we do from our studio to keep you updated with the kind of work that we're doing. Why do you need to be updated? Because this is very exciting work that you will find often applies directly to your life, as it will with today's edition in particular, which is the 27th edition. But before we get into that, I'm Parvati Mohan, and I head the audio-visual production efforts here at Fact Lead. So, another quick note before we get into the updates. The membership feature is live on our English language YouTube channel, and it's a small but significant way for you to show support for the kind of work that we do. Your perks include custom emojis and access to custom emojis, and of course, priority response to comments on all of our content here on YouTube. You can leave your questions for us either in the comments of this particular video or on any of our videos, or DM us on social media, which is at Factly India across platforms, and we will get back to you. That said, let's now get into the update, and it's not a regular update that we're doing. For those of you who are familiar with the Factly Digest, today's edition is focused on the ongoing general elections in India. So that is Lok Sabha mainly, and also a few state assembly elections that are happening this year. So when we talk about elections, of course, we are going to be talking about election-related misinformation. And this is where the fact-check team comes in, which is represented today by Harsha. So, yeah, have you figured out any patterns in the kind of fake posts within this one genre of false information?
Hi Parvati. So as you know, whenever there is election in the country, we get to see lot of misinformation related to political leaders and EVMs voting like that. So even now we are getting more information ever since the ECI released the election notification. So mainly we categorized misinformation into two main categories. Like one is related to pre-poll and post-poll. Like pre-poll means it's related to allegations on politicians, political parties, their manifestos, and campaign. And post polling is related to voting and EVM fraud, voter discrepancies, and exit polls, nominations like that. So one first we talk about pre-poll misinformation. One video that went viral is that Union Minister Amit Shah can be seen saying that if BJP comes into power next time, they will remove all the SC/ST reservations and reservation. But actually, so when we hear this kind of thing, we should. It's very controversial to say give that statement at this point of time. So whenever public sees such thing, first they should search for any media reports or official speeches like that. But the point is, whenever one see the this viral clip, well, it feels like one almost feels like as if it's real, but actually it's an edited one. The how we find it's edited is like, for example, one method is we search the keywords like Amit Shah speeches about reservations like that. If we do not find any original clips, then we do the reverse message using the keyframes extracted from the viral video. So from this we get the original video, and after checking the original video, we found that he's talking about the ending of Muslim reservation once BJP comes into power. But even this video is not recent one. He said that during the campaigning of the Telangana Assembly elections 2023. But and after some people, some rival party people circulated the misinformation, and the police also filed a case and booked someone. So it's important to not share misinformation, particularly political misinformation during this election times. And the next one is related to this manifestos. You know, every political party provides manifestos during elections, and every party do some allegations on the rival parties. So one such allegation is Congress party is prioritizing minorities over the majority population in the country. So one claim is that Congress party is providing only scholarships for Muslims in the country, and they are only prioritizing Muslim judges and like that, and all the wealth redistribution and all the benefits will go to Muslims like that. This is the claim that was that was circulated online. But actually, to know whether it is true or false, one should always go to the source of the manifesto of the party. Like that, for Congress, not only for Congress party but every party, there is manifestos on these official websites. So if you see this entire manifesto, you can never see such the claims that are circulating online. So this type of misinformation, anyone can know whether this is false or true by just reading the manifestos.
Right.
So our next one is this clipped speech of APCM YS Jagan saying that he deceived public. That's why he is going alone and not in some alliance. So basically, with some common sense, anyone can know that no one accuses himself like that.
Right.
So evidently, it's an clipped speech and not a real one. And next one is during elections or any kind of event, we see lots of old videos recirculated and linking to current event. Like for example, a video of a man thrashing a police officer at a restaurant is shared as a video of YCP leader thrashing a police officer. But actually, it is an old video, and we have been debunking it for more than 5-6 times. And it is not related. It is related to Uttar Pradesh and not related to current AP elections. And next one is this video also we the same video is shared as with different claims like public damaging the vehicles of or are angry with BJP leaders and damaging their vehicles. But actually, it's not related to the recent video and is out of context, not related to any of this. And next one is this crowds of the public meetings rallies. One example is that an image shared as the crowd gathered at the Modi rally in Rajasthan, but actually it is an old video and shows the crowd at the Congress rally. And next one is that an image there are no people for the rally roadshow of the AP XCM Chandrababu Naidu. But actually, it's an old video and is not related to the current events. So these are the kinds of pre-poll misinformation we have debunked in the past week. And the next one is post-poll and related to the polling. The first one is this EVM fraud. There is a video saying that EVM fraud is going on, claiming that for every the voter presses a button for any political party, all votes are going to BJP, and the public are creating ruckus in Manipur. But actually, the incident is related to this proxy voting. Means some people claimed that their votes someone already voted on their names, and it is not related to any EVM fraud or like that. So, and next one is this Surat BJP candidate who was elected unanimously. There is a claim that Congress candidates at that in Surat constituency withdrew. That's why BJP candidate won. But actually, the Congress candidates were rejected by ECA due to some technical reasons. Yeah. And the next one is even in this we are getting old videos recirculated as a new ones. Like for example, there is a video of two Muslim police arresting two Muslim women, claiming that they are doing voting fraud in the elections. But actually, it's an old video and is not related to the current events.
Right.
And another video, this one is went viral recently, but actually we have debunked it way back then. This video of booth capturing in Bengal, claiming that the same video went viral with multiple claims that BJP is booth capturing, TMC is booth capturing, Congress is booth capturing. But actually, it's a 2019 video. Even though we are not sure about the context of the video, but we are sure that it is not related to the 2024 general elections.
Yes. Yeah, just the fact that it's been on the internet. Yeah.
So, and next one is this EVM. Some people are tampering with the VVPAT slips and EVMs. They are taking out the VVPAT slips, claiming that BJP men are tampering with the VVPATs. But actually, it's a procedure conducted by the ECI after the completion of the poll. Like they take the slips from the VVPAT and put in a black envelope, and there is no discrepancy, no fraud in this video. So next one is some unrelated videos, like one person is throwing in ink at the EVM control unit, and other person is damaging the EVMs are also shown. But actually, these are not new or related events. They have been in circulation for 2021 and are not related to 2024 elections. And next one is this exit polls. One infographic went viral claiming that Congress in the Republic TV exit poll, Congress got majority of the seats and seats in than the other parties. But actually, according to EC, first of all, this Republic TV has not conducted any exit poll. And next one is no media channel or no organization is allowed to publish exit polls until the July 1st, evening of the July 1st, after the completion of the all phases of the polling.
Right.
So these are the kind of misinformation we are debunking for the past 1 month.
Yeah. So now you've spoken about these two kinds, which is pre and post polling kinds of misinformation. Is there any other kind that you've noticed, especially over these last 2 weeks?
So actually, we are getting these videos of celebrities like movie actors or sportsmen endorsing a particular party. Like some videos are old and unrelated. Like for example, this video of Allu Arjun, we can see him wearing a Indian flag that resembles the party flag of the Congress, uh, uh, claiming that Allu Arjun is campaigning for Congress party. But actually, it's an old video, and it is not a political event. It's an India Day parade, means Republic Day event at the USA, where he was invited as a chief guest. And next one is this Dhoni, this image of Dhoni uh, asking people to vote for Congress, but actually it is not related to any political event. It is just showing that his Chennai Super Kings social media had about 6 million subscribers like that. And next one is this Shah Rukh Khan. This is completely false actually, because the person in the video is not Shah Rukh Khan. It is his lookalike. And next one, I think with the improvement of this AI technologies, we are the first time in elections we got this AI manipulated content. Like for example, in one video we can see Amir Khan saying that vote for Congress and vote for is endorsing that manifesto. But actually, this video, how we debunk this misinformation is first we find out the video by reverse image searching of the key frames. First, we found the video and see what he's saying. So when we got to see the original video, he's talking about the Sachimo Jyoti show, and not about any political event or not endorsing any political party. So this video they got the video and they clone the audio using AI voice cloning apps. So they changed the audio, enter audio of the original video, and make it went viral as if he's endorsing Congress party. So and another similar clip is that related to this Ranveer Singh. He's also saying that he can be seen criticizing Modi in the viral clip, but actually in the real video he can be seen uh, talking about Varanasi and the development projects by the Modi. So both these American and Ranveer Singh have filed cases against people who share these manipulated videos. And the next one is some edited videos, edited images, an image of Telugu actor NTR wearing cycle symbol on his shirt went viral, claiming that he supporting TDP, but actually it's an edited image and not a real one. So the problem is some of these claims are easy to debunk, and some are very difficult for general public. Like for example, is AI-generated content, clone voice claims. These are not easy. So, but with some basic research, they can get to know whether this particular person endorse this party or not. And if anyone find it difficult to debunk such claims, they can always send the query to our WhatsApp reply, and we will also debunk it for them.
Yeah. And I think just to go back to this whole celebrity issue, one thing is that, like you said, there are clues. So then when we talk about these clues, for example, the lip sync is not great in a lot of these. And in some cases, the person is looking a few years younger than they are right now. Things like that. So, there's always something to tick you that can sound the bell of alarm. And also generally the fact that celebrities like of Amir Khan's stature, of Ranveer Singh's stature, they don't get involved in these things, right? Typically, there are people who do, but so all of the, but it's just that with celebrities, a lot of people have some emotional connect with them. So you want to think that your favorite celeb is supporting your favorite party, or the disappointment that comes if they are supporting the party that you don't like. So best not to get carried away and use just your basic sense to at least get that doubt that something is fake. So thank you for that update, Harsha. We'll move on to the newsroom team, but before that, just to repeat what Harsha Vardhan has just said, our WhatsApp tip line is a great resource for you to send these spurious claims to, and we will look into it and get back to you. Another important WhatsApp related resource from us is our WhatsApp newsletter that you can subscribe to. And this will give you a daily roundup of the most viral fake news stories and our articles debunking these claims. So do subscribe to it. The number that's on your screen, save it as a contact, and you're good to go. Okay, with that, we get into the next set of updates, which is from the newsroom. And Sai Krishna, we're still on the topic of elections in India, as we were with Harshvardhan. So, in this context, your team did what you do so well, which is take an issue that's in the news and analyze the data around it rather than all the sensational noise around it. So, you've been producing election related data stories, and some of those, of course, were over the past fortnight. So take us through the topics within this election category, that you've covered.
Yeah. So I'll start with a quote about democracy. So there's a quote by Robert Neighbor. I exactly don't remember his name, but he says like,
man's capacity to justice makes democracy possible, but man's inclination to injustice makes democracy necessary.
Elections still play a major part. Like elections still hold a striking feature of democracy. So in India, even though the commitment to broader democratic values such as freedom of expression or diversity may be very low, but there's a greater enthusiasm to generally come and participate in the electoral process.
Right.
So, and with such a large number of voters in India, this is almost a single largest event possibly anywhere in the world. So, we thought of focusing our stories mainly on Indian elections, since this is one of the important event in today's day. So we have done a couple of stories on independent elections, and we looked at different dimensions that you don't often find in mainstream media. So we have covered 3 parts till now, and we are hoping to do more on Indian elections, covering unique aspects in the coming weeks.
Right. So one of the things that you've covered is independent candidates, and that's something very interesting, not just to me, but I'm sure to everyone, because when I, for example, look at affidavits of candidates who contest from my constituency during elections, I'm always intrigued by these independent candidates. They're all standing up against such, big party-backed candidates. So, take us through your data analysis on this topic.
Yeah. So, like before I move on to what are the highlights, I'll just say so each election season you get number of debates on whether a party wins or a candidate wins. So
yeah.
And the answer to that question is not that simple, because we see defectors of a party often get re-elected. So sometimes the party wins, sometimes the candidate's personal charisma, and there are a lot of factors that influence electoral success. And there is also a question of whether these independents are really independents, or are they dummy candidates for any major party candidates. So these kind of debates always happen in the media, and despite the number of debates that happen, these independents still form a formidable force that you cannot ignore in the election season. So, and coming to the highlights that we have found, that we see that there is a proliferation of number of independents contesting in the elections. So, in the 1951 elections, there were only 533 independent candidates, and
in 1996 elections, almost 10,636 candidates were independent. So this 1996 elections saw the highest number of independent candidates. This is primarily because whenever a candidate want to contest in the elections, he needs to secure some amount of deposit with the election commission. So before 1996, the amount was just 500 rupees. So we see that uh, one of the reasons behind such large proliferation could be possibly because of the lower security deposit. Now, there was an amendment in 1996 which raised this amount from 500 to 10,000. Post this amendment, we saw that the number of candidates fell down. And subsequently, in 2009, before 2009 elections, I think, there was another amendment which further rose this amount from 10,000 to 25,000. So after each amendment, we see that number of candidates coming down. But as the election progresses, we see slight increase in the number of candidates. So almost like 2019 elections saw almost like 3,500 independent candidates. And the impact of these these independent candidates in the elections, we see that they were very impactful in the older election. Like their vote share was around 16% in the 1951 elections, but in the recent 2019 elections, their vote share declined to only 2.7%. That is the second lowest that they have ever recorded. And coming to the success rates of these independents, so we see that their success rates dropped from almost 6%, 7% to 0.1%. So very, very highly unlikely chance of an independent getting elected to any house, either it could be parliament or the assembly. And the last thing that we have found out in our analysis on independence is that almost 99.5% of the independent candidates, they have all lost security deposits in the last 8 general elections. So, I mean, whether they are really independent or
Yeah.
but again, they give voters a choice to
Yes.
to kind of portray their dissatisfaction with the ruling government. So
Yeah.
even their if the numbers doesn't say their influence, but independence still hold a good like a good sign of democracy.
Yeah.
That's the story we have done on independence.
Right. So, but still, largely sort of dismal picture. So moving from that to the other thing that you've done, which is about contesting candidates in general,
Yeah.
not just independents. So what were your findings there?
Along with the independent candidates, we also looked at the overall contestants, how they have grown. So we saw that there are in 2019 elections there were more than 8,000 contestants for 543 seats, and if you look at the highest number of contestants in a single seat after 1996 elections, where 480 candidates competed for one seat, we saw that 185 candidates competed for a single seat in 2019 elections. That is for Nizamabad, our own in Telangana. So Nizamabad Lok Sabha. So 185 candidates contested. In terms of the average number of contestants per seat, we have seen that almost there are more than 70% constituencies where more than 10 contestants were in free. So this is largely on the overall number of contestants. And one highlight of 2019 elections is that the number of polling booths crossed 1 million mark for the first time ever. So that is one unique feature of the 2019 elections, and that is going to increase in 24 elections. The other story that we did is on electoral disqualification. So now disqualifications act as an important tool to ensure that only competent candidates get elected.
Yes.
And these disqualifications can happen in two scenarios. Like first is through election petition. If it gets approval from the judicial system, that candidate gets disqualified, or through criminal case, where if the candidate is convicted and is sentenced, he immediately gets disqualified. These two scenarios where disqualification happened. We saw that 2019 elections saw almost highest number of electoral petitions filed. 130 petitions were filed in 2019. This is the highest ever. And in terms of pendency of criminal cases, we see that almost from 2004, almost this pendency of criminal cases is always about 24%. So almost 1/4 of the all cases are pending, and there are more than, in terms of absolute numbers, there are on an average more than 4,000 criminal cases pending against legislators. So again, this tendency could be a and this tendency could become hamper democratic process. But again, hopefully the timeline that was actually set, like 6 months for completion of trial, would be achieved in the near future, hopefully. So,
Right. So these are all very interesting stories that we urge you to go to our website faculty.in and read. The links to these particular 3 stories will be in the description of this live. And also, very quickly, speaking about criminal cases and eligibility, just go to the search bar on our YouTube channel and type affidavit. There's one short form video, one long form video that will help you understand why you need to look at the affidavit before you vote, and that's very important. So please do, if you're a voter, first of all, please vote. And second, please look at affidavits, which I really wonder, when there are 185 candidates, how does a voter go through so many of them? So yeah, with all of that said, if you have questions for us or feedback, do leave them as comments on our videos or DM us on social media. We are at Factly India across platforms, and we do a lot of really great content, if I may say so myself, even on our social media, which includes, of course, inputs from the newsroom, the fact check team, all of us here. So yes, get in touch. And the next edition should be on the 16th of May, which would be the 28th edition of the Faculty Digest. So do join us then, but also in the meantime, follow us / subscribe to our channel, consider joining memberships, and reach out to us through all the avenues that I mentioned. And so, of course, we'll see you at the next edition of the Faculty Digest. But in the meantime, through the work that we put out every single day on all these channels, thank you so much for joining. See you next time.